We have discussed acceptance below D2 can be absorption of demand, right? Basically what you are saying is, since we have accepted below this, can we call this distribution as absorption of demand? So we have a last point of demand here and we come down and we move sideways and next day breaks down. So can this be absorption of demand? Well, yes, it can be. It is actually, because the way we have broken down, definitely this looks more like an absorption of demand than anything else. You can use that logic also, but I'm not a very big fan of looking at developments in isolation. Definitely, because of this last point of demand is there, and we spend some time, this do look like an absorption of demand, but you have to look at it in the context of what was happening just before that. And just before that, we were actually forming value higher, then we found a value lower, but it was kind of a part of a double distribution trend day. And also the consolidation before this was not very clear, like there was not a very clear distribution or a long distribution, after which we were going towards the lower end of that. But yes, at some stage this was an absorption of demand. We absorbed the demand that was coming in at this last point of demand here, and then we broke down. So yeah, not entirely incorrect, but I would give precedence to this, because what can happen, you think of it as absorption of demand, and absorption of demand is confirmed after this follow through. So yesterday, that is the same thing I was saying. I mean, I was not categorizing this as absorption of demand yet, but what I said is that this looks like seller exhaustion, because it's a double distribution trend day down. And now if this is seller exhaustion, the expected behavior is market going up towards this D1 HVN. But if it does not give you this expected behavior and does something unexpected, that is a warning sign, and that becomes a very, very important piece of information. You are looking at it in terms of absorption of demand, and I was looking at it in terms of expected versus unexpected behavior. Now this follow through is what makes this as absorption of demand. But if you start thinking this as absorption of demand and then expect this behavior, I don't think that is the correct way. You should expect a rally here, because it's a double distribution trend day. And the reason is very, very simple. The directional bias is clearly up. We are still above the last point of demand. No matter it is some absorption of demand, but this can easily turn into some sort of exhaustion for sellers and the rally resumes. You always have to stay with the higher time frame directional bias, which was up. But now that we have broken below this last point of demand, and some important references we are tagging right now and might go towards very, very soon, this all has become very, very interesting. But always I will favor the possibility which is in line with the longer term directional bias, and I will try and design or develop my trades based on that, and then you can decide what you want to do going forward. But that is what I will do.